Do you now enjoy swimming?
I do. I swim regularly now because I've learned how to do it.
So it's work, because I don't swim properly. I swim like that, with my head up like that, and I don't like to get my eyes in the chlorine because it gets in my lenses, and I don't agree with that kind of where you go, no, you're wrong way around, you go, that's swimming, isn't it?
That's what we call a recovery stroke, where you look at your thing. But he taught me how to breathe out of both sides, which I had never done before.
What do you mean? Like,
which is where you're doing the crawl, and you're doing this very specific movement with your hands to get as much volume of water as possible, and you go this way, 2, 3, that way, 2, 3, this way, 2, 3. That way, 2, 3.
And do you learn on land first, and then they put you in water?
Wouldn't that be embarrassing?
Wax on, wax off.
Lay down and make it happen, you jerk. No, I just jumped.
Well, congratulations, but the swimming is only part of the story of this film.
It actually is in the movie for about 20 seconds, and yet we have milked it for a vast majority of the BBC television
When I was watching it, I thought, I'm going to ask him about that, because I was excited about seeing the swimming. I thought, who's that young, healthy man swimming? It turns out it was you.
It was me. By the way, Speedos, you Europeans have a thing. The shame that you do not exude when you wear a Speedo.
I think Speedos...
is to be congratulated.
Do you not wear Speedos?
In America?
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be persecuted. You'd be arrested. You'd be hounded out of town. We wear Americans, when we go to the beach, we try to wear big, baggy shorts that go from here all the way down below our knees, with pockets in them for our glasses and surf wax and things like that.
Like boxers wear. They're big and huge, and they get wet, and they stay wet for days.
And they stay wet for all day. But when you come to Europe on vacation and you don't want to be identified as an American, you wear a Speedo, and everybody thinks you're from Belgium.
Do you like... What kind of Speedo do you have in your collection, Tom?
Well, it's the only choice is color.
Yeah.
I believe one of the loose women was wearing a Speedo in that photograph.
It was a lacy thong. It was
I don't know if you
Carol.
can throw that up there.
There you go.
There you go.
That's Tom heading for the beach.
Now that is a Speedo.
Yeah. So, Angels and Demons, we don't want to give too much away. It's one of those films you can't give too much away. I'm curious as to how the Catholic Church themselves reacted to knowing you were making this movie and how much access they gave you, because it's set in Vatican City.
Yeah.
And were they happy about you making the movie? Because it's not. I don't think it's disrespectful anyway, and I think you go out your way. You go out your way to make sure.
But believe it or not, it seems as though the press has taken it and blown it out of proportion somehow.
They don't do that.
How could this happen? I don't understand. Isn't it their job to take the facts and push them through the sieve of reasonable responsibility to tell the truth? And then how can they blow it out of proportion? I don't get it. In fact, I believe the Vatican did say you cannot shoot on Vatican property, and I will give you 20 pounds or 20 quid, whatever you call it, if you can tell me of any movie that was shot in the Vatican.
I can't.
Can I have a musical interlude? Puff on the piano.
Yes.
Just give me 15 seconds of time passing as you think. Give me a thinking face. Do you have an answer, Jonathan Ross?
No, but the thought of you in Speedos is
Stay on topic!
It's incredible. I've seen that.
So, in fact, we were not able to shoot in the Vatican, but nothing is allowed.
Nothing's allowed. You don't miss it. I don't think you miss it.
No, but the Vatican is in every shot, because the Rome is essentially Vatican. Churches everywhere. But here's an interesting thing. There's a lot of places in which they built two of the same exact thing. For example, when we run into the Piazza di Popolo to go into the Chigi Chapel in the Santa Maria del Popolo.
Wow, you learned a lot of names.
Well, you do. You have to. It's in the lines. And it turns out the actual church was off limits, but right across from it is a police station, and lo and behold, it's a mirror image of it.
It balances.
We balance it out, but we go the wrong place. So anybody who truly knows Rome will say, that's not where the Chigi Chapel is. That's where the police station is.
Yeah,
but we don't tell anybody, do we?
But, but you know, you wouldn't listen. Hey, but it must have been great shooting in Rome. How long were you shooting in Rome for? What a place to be on location.
The great thing about Rome is every one of our dressing rooms was essentially a cafe that served cappuccino. Yeah. They were all open for us. Piazza d'Oro, right around the corner from the Pantheon. It's one of the greatest coffee places, and that's where we all hung out. It was great.
So you made them. How long did you take your film? How long were you there for?
We were there through, I think, 3 rounds of the Euro Cup. So how long does that take?
I don't know anything about football.
Well, let's see. When England gets eliminated from the Euro Cup, we were there for 3 days. No, I'm joking. Oh, come was 2 years ago, for crying out loud. Get over it. Jeez, it's like you're all Aston Villa fans or something.
When do you support?
I am an Aston Villa supporter, and I found another one in the United States.
Okay, I don't know the Who's the manager of Aston Villa?
I have no idea.
What is the
Sparky
name?
O'Rourke.
What is the name of their home ground?
Their home ground is the Villa Dome.
How many people are there in the Aston Villa team?
The Aston Villa team is made up of 723 crack footballers.
How do you get to support Aston Villa?
Now, you know, it's so goofy, and everybody asks me, because the first time I came to London, I was watching the scores go by one day before I had to go off and do something, and I think Blacksworth upon Twixby beat Aston Villa by 4-0, and I thought, Aston Villa, that sounds like a lovely little place. I think I'd like to be a little place called up to the Villa. Yes, up to Aston Villa. And I have since met folks from the team. I met the lady who runs it and been invited. I will go as soon as I can figure out where Aston Villa is. It's in Birmingham. Thank you very much.
They must love having you as a supporter, though.
Oh, I think it's great. Yeah. It's you know, I just go by name. I think Queens Park Rangers is a cool name too. That's very nice, you know. What, Tottenham Spurs? That sounds like a good name for a football.
Tottenham Spurs.
What is it? Wasn't it Tottenham Spurs?
Tottenham Hotspurs.
Tottenham Hotspurs. Okay. Yeah. What can you do?
Okay.
But I can't get the name. Is it Man City or Man United?
There's
Which
both.
one is it?
There's two.
Who do you, are you red or you blue?
One's red and one's blue.
You know what? I'm going to keep naming football teams
don't
until soccer hooligans cause a fight in this.
Okay. What's next for you in real life? What are you doing with you on screen after Angels and Demons is going to come out?
God, no.
You don't know what you're doing next?
No, I don't.
How can that be?
An anomaly in the agenting process? I don't know. I'm going to have a chance to play a massive donut who tries to promote his wares over the course of the... oh, poor Will. I love that guy. Understand, in a separate parallel universe right now, Will is here talking about his movie, and I'm dressed up as a big donut.
Well, when you come back on next time, will you dress as a donut for us?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Right after I come from the set of, you know, Cougar Chicks, or whatever the name of the show is. Rampaging Women, is that what it's called? By the way, if you tried to Google their website, you'd have to go through like 42 pages of other things before you got it.
That'd be a great way to spend a month.
Your dog will find it for you, I'm sure.
Before you go, when people see Tom Hanks in the street, what kind of things do they say to you? What do they shout out, and what do they ask for you back in return?
They yell out Wilson quite a bit.
From the Castaway film?
Yeah, they always yell "Run, Forrest, run," even though
they say life was like a box of chocolates.
He said, a lot of them say, "Hey, I got to tell you something. I got to ask you a question. Here's my question. You know what my favorite movie of yours is? Do you?
I don't know.
Forrest Gump." They're always so sincere, and they're always so sweet, and they always talk about how they seen it like 92 times, and it's always very flattering.
Okay.
And they yell, did I say Houston, we have a problem? They yell that a lot.
Cool. Yeah. That was a great film.
And they say, nice take it down, Jonathan, on the show. They say that. Way to take down, Jonathan. Good takedown.
Do they ask you
to
do the rap from Big?
Oh, yes, they do.
Because I love Big. Big, once again, it's a movie. It makes me cry every time.
This was, now, don't get me into Dizzy's territory here.
But you can still do it. You still have the moves.
Well, it was actually a thing that my son learned at summer camp. And we were looking for something to throw into the movie.
Which the kid
so I
would
said,
know.
well, yeah, that we would both know. Yeah. And I said, well, how about we do this thing called, it goes like this. The space goes down, down, baby, down, down the roller coaster. Sweet, sweet baby, sweet, sweet, don't let me go. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa bop, shimmy, shimmy, rock. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa bop, shimmy, shimmy, rock. I met a girlfriend in a Triscuit. She said a Triscuit, biscuit, ice cream, soda, pop, vanilla on the top. Ooh, Shalita, walking down the street 10 times a week. I met it, I said it, I stole my mama's credit. I'm cool, I'm hot, sucking from the
Just say thank you, Mr. Tom Hanks. I've never seen that going on around here. How lovely to have you. Tom Hanks, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you, sir. You can kiss.